Hey folks, this is Riker. During one of our streams, we started to brainstorm ideas for what new class may be coming in the next Diablo 3 expansion, and a pretty solid and exciting idea started to come together. Here's a stream excerpt of that discussion, in which we developed the idea for a Horadrim Blood Mage class, a melee-focused warrior mage that uses vitality as its primary resource, and ties fairly well into the game's existing lore. But sound off in the comments with your ideas. What do you want to see in the next expansion? What do you think we'll see in the next expansion? Let's hear your ideas. So given that it is now successful, and they know that another expansion will be as well, or at least will bring sales, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see another expansion.
I'm just waiting for it to be the most colorful and cartoony looking place ever. Because it's totally gonna be on an island, so it's gonna be like, you know, palm trees and shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's the Scoville Isles, isn't that where the Amazons are from? Or is that unrelated?
I don't know. I don't know, but if there's Amazons, that would be an awesome class. I
mean, it's gonna be redundant though with what exists, I think, right now.
Why?
But I think I saw an interesting proposal recently, mixing the Druid and the Amazon together. Was it the Druid and the Amazon? I feel like it was, yeah. So like a shape-shifting class that also has some of the Amazon stuff, I guess the Javelin stuff. Because we already have
like some sort of jungle whisper or whatever type of thing.
Well, you know, we kind of have the Witch Doctor doing the jungle theme stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, where do we have the Amazons? Where does that come in?
Skill-wise, it will be redundant with the Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter is a mixture of the Amazon and the Assassin, effect, kind of. But it's a range class, basically. We can't have another bow-based class.
Oh, okay.
Which is why, let's say, if it's just Javelin-focused.
We've already got two...
I still like the idea of a Vampire class, which just goes straight off Vitality.
Yeah. Yep.
We were discussing that one time.
Yep.
He's like, I agree.
I do. I agree with what is being said.
Are there any like actual like Diablo lore based I wouldn't say individuals, but like types of people that they could turn into a much more fleshed out class?
Probably.
You know? I don't know. I don't know. Like they can make the Act 2
Mercenaries?
Diablo
2?
Yeah, they can make those a new class or some shit. It's completely polearm based.
Yeah. That wouldn't be too bad, actually. The chair saying Fallen Angel class. That could be cool.
Fallen Angel? So Ethereal class?
How would that work, though? Yeah, basically you play Ethereal. Play a very weak NPC.
Lots of love for the Druid here. People want to bring back the Druid. Oh, Alchemist, says Snacks Battle. Alchemist. That could be something cool.
No, I just realized that they have a perfect opportunity to make a class because, or at least off of what I was talking about earlier, because they've created the lore in this game because Tyrael, like, reinstated the Horadrim. And that goes with exactly what I was talking about earlier.
The Horadrim.
That goes with exactly
That's another
what I was
mage
talking
class,
about.
though? Aren't they mages? How would they differ from...
Well, they're mages and they have those polearms, right? So they would basically be the Act 2
they have polearms?
mercenary. Yeah, because they carry the soul stone with the little polearm
Oh,
thingies.
those were the Horadrim. I don't know anything
yeah.
about the lore of Act 5. It was just completely wiped from memory.
That's
interesting, yeah. I like that. I like that.
But
and they could be vitality based. They could be like blood wizards where they gotta... like,
yeah, I don't know what the hell they do.
Oh shit, imagine that your resource is life. Like, you gotta spend life to cast spells.
Yeah, it'd be
I've got
like a blood mage class.
I've got a goblin here.
Well, if they have to spend life to
And we're gonna have to run through the rift, but it's okay.
to cast spells, that would make them like extremely squishy.
I mean, the Witch Doctor already has a passive that does that partially, right?
Yeah, but nobody uses it.
But I mean, if your main stat though is vitality, then you would have a lot more life.
He's just gonna stack up on vitality, yeah. You're gonna have a ridiculous amount of life. And so that would work as well. It would change up the way people play the game.
Wait a second. What main stat would they... Well, they would have to be vitality main stat, right? That's really cool.
We're on to something here.
It'd be a
I don't
super
know if it's in the lore
tanky
too.
like hitter.
Yeah, it would be like super tanky mage class, but since
Melee mage, right? Because of the pole arm.
Yeah, melee mage because of the pole arm. So it would be like, oh, that's really cool. I don't know if that's in the lore for the Horadrim though. Is that what it is? Like, are they?
They're fine with rewriting lore. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. But that would be awesome.
I mean, I also think that the pole arms, well...
I mean, what else could they use?
And plus,
though?
I mean, if they're reinstated, they can say that they're changed. Like, it's a perfect reason, perfectly legitimate reason for... Like, it wouldn't even have to be a retcon, right? Like, this is...
Tyrael,
I mean, Tyrael's also clearly missing some brain cells, so he can completely fuck up the Horadrim. Like, they use melee weapon, right?
But,
mage,
wait.
Mage.
Didn't they say that... Mage. Didn't they say that... No, the Horadrim weren't supposed to serve the Nephilim, right? Because if they were, then they can't really be Nephilim, and everyone who's a hero in this game has to be a Nephilim.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see why someone who's in the Horadrim can't, like, not know that they're a Nephilim, and then... I mean, that's how the main character worked in this. They're like, oh shit, I'm a Nephilim? So... Yeah, I can see how... If they like, retconned, or just... whatever, some sort of, like, blood magic into the Horadrim, like, lore, then that would totally be a great class. But what else could they do? Hold on.
I don't think the Horadrim were the mages and all that. I think it would be more along if you just did, like, some sort of mage that used vitality, like some blood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because from the look of it, whenever you see Horadrim fighting, it's just using the spears or whatever it is.
In the polearms. So my only concern with this is, what is their second globe made out of? Because they have their life globe. What's their mana or whatever?
Maybe it's just another life globe.
Double life globes.
Oh yeah, imagine, like, I guess one empties out, then the other one starts to empty out. Or maybe instead of it being a direct correlation, you have to activate a skill to spend life to fill up your mana globe.
Oh yeah, because basically you have an empty globe on your right side, and your generators siphon blood out of your life globe. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
We're onto something here. Trademark, copyright.
Yeah.
Incorporate it.
You could still theme it pretty well, because you could do passives with, like, you know, to use the blood of your enemies or whatever, so it didn't do as much damage to you or something. Mm-hmm. And then, like, with that there, you could use legendary items that turned what used to be, you know, a spender into a generator or whatever. Like, you could put things in there that, like, didn't actually cost you health points but would give you blood. So it'd be like the red that we have now, and then a darker red for the resource jar or whatever.
There you go, yeah.
How I would do it is, like, I think what this was going along the lines, but the way I'm interpreting, have the health thing, but then, like, the barbarian, the other one is empty. But the lower your health goes, the more spells, the higher that gets, and the more powerful your stuff gets. Mm-hmm. So basically, the weaker you are, the stronger you are. Because that would put a bit of emphasis on the way you play. Yeah. It's like, because if you're using your own health to cast your spells, the lower your health gets, the stronger the spells or something like that. It's like, obviously, because the cost, as you cost it out, it puts it into the second orb thing. The higher that is, the stronger you get. Like, the higher stuff.
Okay, so this bodes very well for my argument. The quote, the very first line of this Wikia page is, they're not just stories, Deckard. Jared is in your blood, and you are the last of a proud line of heroes. The Horadrim. Ancient Brotherhood of Mages and Wizards, formed by Tyrael, okay.
Damn spiders.
They could still use the Horadrim and do a shapeshifter class, because all their stuff has to do with, like, soul stones. and they can just like steal people's souls.
Oh my god, Melizak saying, can we get a Power Rangers class? Multiplayer games have the chance to merge together and form the Megazord for DPS cooldown and boss fights.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I would so buy that fucking add-on.
Okay, so I'm reading in this wiki article some interesting things. So the alchemist class that whoever it was that mentioned it earlier, is pretty plausible because the greatest heraldic alchemists were able to brew potions that permanently affected the drinker.
Ooh. Well.
So that's kind of cool. There's a bunch of other lore talking about telekinesis, how they created waypoints. High-ranking heraldic mages were mummified, and their tombs protected by spells. Heraldic mummies were also created to protect the tombs.
I want to play a mummy.
Certain heraldic funeral priests altered the bodies of their dead mages with magical and surgical techniques, often replacing body parts with those of animals. This was thought to augment their powers and raise their status in the afterlife.
Or the shape-shifting, whatever.
They could literally do anything with the Haradrim class.
Yeah. Jay Brown saying the Haradrim were the equivalent of a bard without the lute. Closest would be a fighter/magic user that used their own life force to power their spells. And Vaynard saying Goblin class.
Goblin class.
Nestor Z saying the new class will be a multi-millionaire with tech and be called Bateman. The more gold you have, the more powerful. Also, Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Thank you, Lord Gaben. This is unacceptable. Okay, I'm reading more about the Haradrim here, and I got down to the New Order members. Let me read you the names, bottom to top, of these New Order members. Zale, Tyrael, Shinar, Mikulov, Lorath Nar, Jacob, Kadala.
Oh no!
She's a fucking Haradrim.
What? Well, they're just letting anybody.
Yeah, never
be
mind. I don't
Haradrim.
want to be a Haradrim anymore.
But she's Geed's daughter, right? Kadala is a member of the Haradrim.
Yep.
And she takes blood shards. It makes so much sense.
Oh my god, it's all coming together, isn't it?
It's got to happen. Blizzard, if you don't do this.
Doesn't she collect them because they like belong to her father or something in the lore?
Hold on. Let me keep. Well, okay.
Being immortal is very complicated. Shit, he's a Oh god. Terrible.
The Haradrim's obviously lowered its standards.
Well, I mean, I guess if it's Tyrael who's deciding who's a new Haradrim, I think it's just like everyone he meets and all his friends. Like it's just like his friends club. Like they're just high-fiving each other. We're Haradrim, guys. We did it.
Got a tree house. All right, I'm on the page for blood shards. Don't believe they are shards of the World Stone. Still others think them fragments of trapped demon souls, while a few are sure that they are crystallized blood of the ancients themselves. So that's pretty ambiguous. And they're blood shards, and it works with my blood mage thing.
Nice.
Wait, what?
I'll say we can do the blood mage thing. I was saying blood mage. I just wouldn't call it Haradrim.
Yeah. With the blood mage thing, it was my idea to make him Haradrim.
Yeah, and Tal Rasha was a Haradrim.
Yes.
Oh, but then how do you redeem us having the Tal Rasha set for shit?
It comes crashing down.
Get out of dodge.
The sorceress had the Tal Rasha set, and so does the wizard. The sorceress and the wizard don't have the same skills, so I'm gonna say that Tal Rasha's power isn't restricted only to Haradrim, clearly.
SOE Serpent saying, Heraldric Vampire, J. Wilson Legendary set, it sucks all the fun out of the game. The 6-piece set is it takes suck and doubles it. Joseph are saying, you use other people's blood shards in your party as a resource.
You steal the fucking blood shards.